just need someone in my life to give it structure, to handle all the selfish ways I
Gender equality. Gender equality, also known as sex equality, gender equality, gender egalitarianism, sexual equality, or equality of the genders, is the view that everyone should receive equal treatment and not be discriminated against based on their genders. Gender equality is achieved when women and men enjoy the same rights and opportunities across all sectors in society, including economic participation and decision making, and when the different behaviors, aspirations, and needs of women and men are equally valued and favored. For encourage both sexes to acknowledge that their adult lives will likely entail job, parenting, and maintaining a home, and make sure that our on-year standards are the same for all of students so that boys and girls or either gender can succeed in order to assess as changing behavior. There are the two following sections deals about the role of various stakeholders in enforcing gender equality in the school environment.
Roles in enforcing gender equality. The gender inequities pervading society are carried into the school environment. This is evidenced in school processes such as teaching, teacher-student interaction, school management, and the plan and design of the physical infrastructure. Teaching and learning materials, for example, may contain gender stereotypes. Teachers are not always aware of the gender-specific needs of both girls and boys. School management system may not specifically address gender content such as sexual harassment, and many schools do not have adequate or separate toilets for girls and boys. As a result, the schools do not provide a gender-responsive environment for effective teaching and learning to take place. In order to arrive at such a school, a holistic approach involving various interventions is required. The holistic intervention package can include the following elements. Element, undertaking gender sensitization of parents, community leader and members, teachers, girls and boys in order to raise their awareness and understanding of the need to support girls' education. Next is training teachers in the skills for making teaching and learning processes responsive to the specific needs of girls and boys. Empowering girls with skills for self-confidence, assertiveness, speaking out, decision-making, and negotiation in order for them to overcome gender-based constraints to their education. Empowering boys with skills to delete from gender oppressive attitudes and practices such as machismo, bullying, and sexual affronts, and to develop the self-confidence needed to accept gender equality positiveness. Training the school community to manage sexual maturation issues of both girls and boys with particular emphasis on menstruation management. Next, training teachers and students in guidance and counseling skills. Next, establishing guidance and counseling desks in order to provide service for the social and psychological development of girls and boys. The following are some of ideas to promoting gender equality in schools. Next, establish an award to recognize children who promote equity. Next, do a play about gender equity in school. Write an equity column or article in the paper. Next, organize a walk, race, or athletic event for equity. Next, honor people who foster gender equity in their work and life sphere. Next, develop posters that promote equity. Create a videotape on gender equity. Reformulate or construct an equitable workplace. Next, monitor a school or district for equity. Award a gender equity scholarship. Prevent an equity workshop at a conference. Observe classroom to delete bias in interaction. Manage an equity both at a toy, computer, or grocery store.
1. The role of school in reinforcing gender equality. In a secure learning atmosphere, both boys and girls must feel accepted. Government, educational institution, faculty members, and students all have a role to play in ensuring that schools are devoid of violence and discrimination and offer high-quality instruction that is gender-sensitive. Government can do this by creating non-discriminatory curricula, facilitating teachers' education, and making sure are adequate sanitary facilities. Teachers should follow professional norms regarding appropriate disciplinary practices and provide unbiased instruction. The school remains one of the social institutions that can and should be built a deliberate gender education and a proper socialization to the benefit of society. The gender education should play an important role in the educational. Schools are major contexts for gender socialization, in part because children spend a large amount of time engaged with peers in such settings. School can magnify or diminish gender similarity and between gender differences or the inverse. There are many roles of school in gender socialization.
Of schools in enforcing gender equality. The gender inequities pervading society are carried in.
And the number 2, the role of teachers in enforcing gender equality. Gender inequality is a profound injustice. It keeps millions of women around the world in poverty. Teachers may do a lot to advance gender equality by setting a good example in the classroom. When teachers only consider children in terms of their gender, they begin to make all kinds of assumptions about them, including what they like, what they are good at, and even what they should end up doing when they leave school. Teachers frequently lose sight of the fact that many teachers simply see 25 males and 25 females. So there are many ways in which teachers may unintentionally promote gender bias. Teachers frequently assign tasks based on gender. For instance, the teachers need 4 strong males to move the desk, and once it has been moved, girls will sweep the floor. Additionally, teachers sometimes use superfluous gender distinctions in their questions and answer sessions. According to research, boys typically answer more questions than girls. Teachers frequently promote the idea that some emotions are inappropriate for one gender. For instance, guys don't cry, and girls shouldn't laugh loudly. Also, boys are more inclined to speak out or raise their hands when asked questions, whereas ladies tend to take a few seconds to silently do the task. Assist in the active integration of student groups by ensuring that boys and in mixed groupings. Teacher uses harsh language towards boys while using gentle language towards girls. As a result, boys develop self-esteem and girls become more sensitized. Last, segregated seating arrangement leads to unequal teacher attention. Other role of teachers: use gender-neutral language. Avoid stereotyping children. Self-regulate your own interaction with the children.